Good evening. You're listening to the Midnight War Update InfoPod with the current situation in the Iran, Israeli was. As the war involving Iran moves deeper into its first week, several developments are shaping the strategic picture tonight. Airstrikes and missile attacks have continued across multiple areas linked to Iranian military infrastructure. Much of the fighting remains dominated by long-range weapons, drones, cruise missiles, and air-launched strikes, rather than large ground battles. Iran has continued to respond with missile and drone launches toward Israel, although many of those attacks have been intercepted by air defense systems. Civilian alerts and defensive operations remain active across several Israeli cities tonight. Across the wider region, security forces and naval patrols are on heightened alert around the Strait of Hormuz, where a large share of the world's oil shipments pass each day. Any disruption there could quickly affect global energy markets. Oil prices have already shown volatility during the past 24 hours, reflecting fears that shipping lanes or energy infrastructure could become targets as the conflict evolves. Diplomatically, many European governments and international organizations are continuing to call for de-escalation, warning that the conflict risks spreading beyond the immediate combatants if retaliation cycles continue. So far, however, the war remains largely air and missile-driven, with no major ground offensives reported. That pattern keeps military casualties relatively limited in the early stages, but it also means the financial cost of the war is rising extremely quickly, as advanced missile systems and interceptors are used in large numbers. As we move toward the end of the first week of fighting, the key question remains whether the conflict stays contained to long-range strikes, or whether pressure builds for broader escalation. That's the situation at midnight. You're up to date, and we'll watch what changes overnight.